Hi everyone, welcome back to another exciting video of Groww Plus. I am Richa and it's been a minute. So if you are new to Groww Plus, welcome. And if you are already here for a while, welcome back. So subscribe to Groww Plus, like this video and leave us a comment. And without further ado, let's jump into today's topic. It's May. So let's talk about cold.
अरे यार कोई AC चला दो यार.
No, not that kind of cold. I mean cold emails. So what are cold emails? Well, if you write to someone who doesn't know you at all, then it's a cold email. Why is it rude? I mean, you are writing to someone for the first time probably, asking them for a favor already. Do you think that'll work out? No?
मैं लिख के देता हूँ, कोई नहीं आएगा वोट देने.
Well, you are wrong. Because if written right, cold emails can work like a charm. Well, the least you can do is try. Because if you don't even try, you are not even getting an opportunity, ending up as a bigger loser. And nobody wants to be a loser. Let me give you an example. So this random college student wrote to the CEO of Snapchat for a random opportunity and he actually heard back from him. Ankur Warikoo wrote to a very renowned author asking for help in his homework and he also heard back. And there are several such anecdotes. So essentially, you should shoot your shot. I mean, the outcome doesn't matter. Well, I mean, what's the worst that can happen? You will hear or no, or you won't even hear back. But at least you tried. But what if you end up with a life-changing opportunity? I mean, have you thought about that?
It is possible, it is possible.
So, in today's video, we will talk about how to write cold emails effectively because that is a skill you must definitely know. Because if done right, it can leave you with several opportunities. But if done wrong, then you will just die waiting in anticipation. So, in today's video, we will give you some tips as to how to write an effective cold email and end up with several opportunities. So, let's start, shall we? One, and I feel that we give you this tip a lot of times for a lot of topics, but research. And no, I do not mean just Googling how to write cold emails and picking up the first 3 Google results and compiling your mail. That's what hundreds of others are going to do. If you want to stand out, then you are going to go and stalk their social media. हाँ, जैसे अपने crush का stalk करते हो वैसे ही. I mean, you would definitely have some experience there.
मस्त plan है.
But anyways, essentially, the crux of it is to make your email as personalized as possible. Talk about something that who you're writing to really likes, or just find a common ground where you can have a conversation. Maybe some book that the person has recently read, or their favorite pizza sauce. You can definitely stalk their social media and find out. But just make your email as personalized as possible. Because, I mean, if I'm reading a cold email, I would like to see that the person really knows me well for me to even be interested in that. So, research. Tip number 2, preferably do something before asking for something. People often tend to make that mistake that they ask someone for too many things without doing anything for them in return. I mean, महाशय, आप कोई celebrity तो नहीं है कि आप कुछ भी कहेंगे और लोग मान लेंगे. You have to give them a good enough reason to do something for you. For example, if you are a social media manager and you are reaching out to the CEO of the company for an opportunity, in that case, review their social media pages and write to the CEO as to what you think they can do better. There was this 21-year-old guy who wanted an internship with Cred. So what he did is he made a 3D animation video and he said that he wants an internship. Now that video was too good to be ignored and it became viral and he got what he wanted. Happy ending. So essentially what I'm trying to say is put your skill out there, show them your credibility and also establish authority. In that sense, your skills are put out there and people don't have to go through your resume. So your skills talk over your words. I know what your next question is. But Richa, what if I don't have any skills yet? Well, in that case, the most advisable thing to do is learn those skills. I mean, you want to get hired for a role, but you don't have the skills that you want to get hired for. ये कैसा दोगलापन है?
क्या कर रहे है यार तू? मजाक है क्या?
It might be a possibility that you know the basics of something and you're not very good at it. In that case, what you can do is don't present what you are not proud of, and slowly brush up on your skills and garner more insights and write to the company as to what you like about the company and the work that they do. It's very simple, like just present to them a glimpse of your work. In that case, even if you don't immediately get hired, they will keep you at the back of their mind whenever they are looking for someone. Akka.
Do you promise?
Yes, Baba, pinky promise. Tip number 3. Write a click-worthy subject line to your email. I can't stress on how important this point is because I'm tired of seeing mails that say, looking for job opportunity in your company, applying for internship, looking for a job. I mean, I get it. You are clear on what you want, but at the end of the day, you want your mail to be opened, right? Now, if you write a very, very cliched and blunt way that you want a job or you are looking for an opportunity, then there are chances that there are hundreds of other people doing the same thing. So even though you wrote a fabulous body to your email, you are missing out on that opportunity. So
don't be a minimum guy.
And write a subject line that drives attention. For inspiration, you can look at the subject lines of Zomato and Swiggy emails. I know at that point you are having dreams of the food that you're going to eat, but observe. You will see that this is a very, very innovative approach and slowly you will start applying that in your life. And honestly, your subject line doesn't have to be related to what you want. It can be something fun and quirky that just grabs your attention so that the person is interested and clicks on your email. Baaki sab kaam to tumhari achhi body kar hi legi. Also, remember to keep it short. Short enough so that the other person can read it without opening the email itself. 6 to 7 words maximum. The point is, you should essentially be able to drive attention from your subject line itself. For example, instead of writing looking for a job, you can write want to convert more clients or here to save you some more time on your animation. So essentially the crux of this conversation is that your subject line should drive attention so that a person who is not even interested in giving you a job as a social media manager suddenly wants to scale their clients because your subject line was able to do that. You get my point, right?
एक दिन में सब समझ गया.
Tip number 4. Don't drag it too much. Would you like to read a 5-page long घिसा-पिटा email?
नहीं.
Well, that sucks and no one's got the time for all your stories and problems. So keep it short and sweet. Oh well, but if I don't explain to them how I am a good fit for their company and explain it properly, then they won't hire me. Well, many people make that mistake. The objective of a cold email is not to get a yes. The objective of a cold email is to get a response, be it a yes or a no. And if your email contains all the important details as to why you are the right fit, and if the company needs you, they will definitely say yes. 10 पेज लिखने की जरूरत नहीं है.
आपने मेरी आंखें खोल दी. Thank you so much.
So essentially, don't drag it too much and focus on what's important. Tip number 5. Write a very strong CTA. Let's say you wrote a very, very click-worthy subject line and a very engaging email and the other person read it from top to bottom and went on to live his life.
ठीक है भाई मैं चलता हूँ. Okay.
हैं? ये क्या हुआ? Well, that's what happens when you don't write a strong CTA. CTA stands for call to action. Something you want someone to do.
तो करना.
Let's say internship मांगने के लिए, the first thing you want is to get on a call with someone, right? So write that. Be very, very specific in your CTA. Don't write something like, let me know if you want to talk about it. Be specific and write, let me know if we can talk for 5 to 10 minutes this week as per your convenience. Very specific, and that's what people want so that they can immediately get to doing that. And last, Tip number 6. Please, मैं हाथ जोड़कर विनती करती हूँ. Please do not make any spelling or grammatical mistakes. Please. At the end of the day, this is the worst thing you can do in writing a good cold email. Because if you make a mistake once or twice, then a person is going to lose interest halfway and not even read your entire email. So if you are underconfident with your writing skills, use tools like Grammarly, Hemingway, or there are many other tools. But make sure that your email is free of grammatical or spelling errors because they matter more than you think. Things like spelling, grammar, punctuation, spacing, these things honestly make or break your deal. I am looking for an internship can get you a yes or a no. But if you write, can you give internship in company? Straight no. And if it is ruined here, honestly, it is ruined forever.
खत्म. Bye bye. Tata. Goodbye. गया.
Now that we have covered all the important pointers that you must know before writing a good cold email, let's go through an example of a good cold email. Here's how you would ideally go about writing an email to Groww if you want a job in their content team. And disclaimer, do not copy paste this email. First things first, look at the subject line. That itself intrigues either the HR or the founder. Which founder or HR wouldn't want to know about a good addition to their company? Now, the opening part should always be something positive. And since this person has researched, he knows that Groww wants people who are keen and energetic.
This is the secret of energy.
You can also write something more about yourself, something you like about the business. And shuru se hi acha laga, then people will continue reading your email. Love this. Here, without wasting any more time, the person has clearly communicated their motive behind writing this email. Here, he clearly mentions that he works well alone as well as with teams, and the dynamic and challenging environments of startups like Groww really excites him. What else would a company want from its employees? Now I know you're wondering why, because the person has mentioned their interests and their achievements in line with what Groww does. At the end of the day, what does a company want? They want to know who you are, what you do, and what are some relevant accomplishments that you have, right? And this person has checked all those boxes. So make sure after your opening para, you write all this information and make sure it is relevant. Now, this is where you can flaunt your research. So suppose you are a UI UX designer and you look at the website of Groww and you find there is something that can be improved. Give a hint as to how you would help improve that. So that's a check again. At last, just mention what you want from them and ask them to get in touch. Also, don't forget to attach your resume or portfolio, and that's all. So you see, this could have been a perfect email to at least get you an interview with the team. Relevant pitch and to the point. No grammatical errors and perfect spacing of paragraphs. This also goes on to prove that this person has good written communication skills as well. So that was it. Apart from that, one more last pro tip.
अबे जल्दी बोल, कल सुबह पनवेल निकलना है.
Always ensure that you get the email ID of a founder or the head of the department of your dream college or someone from the top management. Essentially, you can CC the hiring manager and the HR, but if you win the top management over with your email, there is no stopping you from getting the much wanted opportunity. Now tell me, are you going to use all these tips to write the next kick-ass and most chaka cold email for the much wanted opportunity you've been waiting for? Then let me know in the comment section below if there are any more tips you would like to add. If you are a hiring manager or an HR, definitely put in some tips of the trade in the comment section below. Yes! Until then, bye. I am Richa signing out. And before I go, please do not make any grammatical mistakes or spelling mistakes. Thank you. Bye.